Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers X Hot Wheels GT-Scorcher. You can see him there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put him off the side real quick and take a look inside. Well, box, I say box, but it's really a package, but yeah. You see there's a bubble card right there. You got the Transformers logo in big old font. You got the Hot Wheels logo there in Mattel, and you got this him both his robot and vehicle modes right there. You got the bubble where the car is located. Got GT-Scorcher and Autobahn, Audio Plus, Hasbro right there. On the bottom here, you have some consumer information, I guess. Right there, and on the back you have some warnings, the Mattel authentic Transformers, and of course, yeah, his product shots and the crossover thing right there. And he's actually number 5 of the set because yeah, I didn't get the third one because that was just the red twin mill, which I didn't care about. Yeah, so there you go, and he's also he shows you a measurement right there, which is really interesting and accurate actually. Kind of surprised by that, but yeah. He also comes with instructions, which are pretty straightforward, although there's definitely some things to watch out for in the transformation, particularly with the legs. So, GT-Scorcher. Yeah, he's actually really cool. I actually really like this of the two between him and the El Segundo. I actually prefer his vehicle mode more. Yeah, it's basically a red, like it's like very much feels like a purpose-built race car, you know, it's because it's got the you got the big old wide body kit, it's got the the big old front spoiler, these orange translucent lights right here, and kind of this, which I guess is supposed to be where the engine is, but yeah, you can see all this just translucent bits right here. You got the spoiler and everything, also the rear spoiler, and here you got the number 8 and big old Hot Wheels, although it's kind of cut off because of how it works. You got this, there's not really much paint here, but big old bumper. Underside's pretty clean as well. Got the silver rims and the rolls really well. Also like the white, the kind of the white detailing as well on for the paint job. So yeah, he rolls pretty well and everything. It's just a really good car. Also, this can be removed, but that's for later. It doesn't actually come with any other accessories. All the accessories he actually comes with are actually built into him in the package, which is kind of neat. So yeah, he's actually just a pretty cool car. I just really like it. It's kind of weird though. You got the rims. You got 2 different styles of rim right here, and they are different sizes too. So yeah, it's kind of interesting though. But yeah, it's just a really good car, and I really like it. It just looks really good. So there's that. Now, as for some measurements, his length in this mode is 4 3/8 inches, or 11.1 centimeters, and his weight is 2.3 ounces, or 66 grams. So, yeah, getting some comparison stuff real quick. Here he is with a Studio Series 86 Optimus, which again, that looks pretty all right. Semi-truck versus a race car. That seems good, scale-wise. And here are the other Hot Wheels cars that are out right now, well, except for the red twin mill, but yeah, including El Segundo. You can see right there, there's the 4 of them right now. I don't know if there's going to be more, but this is all there's going to be. I'm satisfied with that. So there's all that. Yeah, so to get GT-Scorcher here transformed to his robot mode, well, it's kind of weird. This one kind of starts to, honestly, they don't tell you this, but pull this off right now. It just makes it a little easier. Just get that out of the way right now. And then right here, what you want to do is go ahead and we'll kind of pull this part of the car apart a little bit. Yeah, so pull this back half apart a bit. And then right here, you want to bring this down. I want to bring all this stuff down like this right here. And that usually will pop itself out. This is stored underneath here like this. Making sure the short part of the blade is facing the back of the car. And it could go either way, but yeah, just make sure the peg lines up with the edge of the car. Yeah, like that. So you can do it on the other side, but yeah, stores right there. Again, short side of the blade at the back of the car. And it will probably pop, good chance it'll pop out. But yeah, at this point, just honestly get it out of there and just get it out of the way, because it just, again, makes things easier. So yeah, once you got that, the car kind of tilted down, you want to bring these out right here, like that. And then go ahead and extend this part right here. You can see, extend this part back like this. And then these bits will tab into the legs. You can hear it kind of tab in like that. Once you're doing that, you can go ahead and then take these bits right here and just bring them out like that. Just bring out both, and bring out these like that. Right here, down here, what you want to do is then go ahead and split the legs if they haven't already. Then bring the feet down like this, and then rotate them forward like this. So this, you can see a little peg right here, which will go, there's a little peg hole in the foot. You can just plug that in right there, and then bring that foot back like that. And same thing, you know, bring the foot down, rotate it, and then peg the foot into the leg like that, and then bring this back like that. And you can go ahead and close up the legs like that, and like that. Now, right here, what you want to do, take this front spoiler here, you want to unpeg it from the front, and that just usually just, you know, bring it forward like this. Use a double hinge to your advantage. Bring it forward, and then use this hinge and bring it back, and this will tab in. This will just kind of tab in. You see these tabs right here will go in those little slots right there. Just a little tab in right there like that. Just collapsing the front spoiler a bit. And you take this whole thing right here and bring this around. And these tabs right here and go to those little slots right there. That just, you can see, just tabbed in like that. You can also straighten out the legs at this point and stand them up. Like so. Stand them up like so, and go ahead and adjust the camera a little bit. Now from here, what you want to do is go ahead. What to go ahead and do is bring this back right here like this. You're gonna tilt this back enough. Make sure you tilt this back enough. You can bring this part back, so you can, you know, back like this, and then bring the head through, brings all the way down. It's all down like this, like that. And this part will come forward, and this will kind of, you can see this slots right here for these tabs right here on this bit. Right here, it won't sit like perfectly straight. See, it's going to sit at an angle like that, but that's kind of how it's supposed to go. Then you go ahead and rotate the arms forward like this, like so. And if they haven't already, you can take the fists here and bring them out like this, and then push the arm into the panel like that, and then rotate it forward like this. Same thing, bring the fist down, bring the arm into the panel, and then rotate it forward like this, and bring this part out if it hasn't already as well. This right here you want to straighten out like that, and then bring it, rotate it forward like that. So yeah, it's supposed to, it was like this, and it was, yeah, it's supposed to be a weird thing. That's where it's supposed to like disconnect or like hinge when it's in the cart when you're transforming it. But yeah, right here, these bits right here will go in little slots right here. These little tabs will go in little slots right there like that, and like that, kind of holding everything together a little bit better. And then take these tires here, you want to rotate it down like this, rotate it this way, and then bring it all the way down. And this will just kind of tab in right there like that. Again, bring this down, rotate it around, and close it up right there like that. And with that, you have GT-Scorcher in his robot mode. He's not standing straight for some reason. There we go. Yeah, and yeah, the thing is that the initial leg, that initial step for the legs is kind of annoying. It never goes right, and a lot of stuff, like particularly going back to car mode, that's where things get really annoying. Is trying to get all that lined up, and then it just kind of is like you just kind of are mushing it together until it just snaps into place. I feel like every single time I try to do it, basically just mush everything together, and it's all eventually just snaps into place. I'm not really, the big thing I don't like here about this is just simply, I actually don't like this overhang over his head, but that's my only real complaint. Actually, that and the way the feet work is a little annoying too. But I actually like it. Again, it's a very basic, car chest as the, car hood chest thing. Again, it's a bit different in the sense that, the distance doesn't rotate around, it kind of extends out and everything. So you got that. I mean, the back's a little like open, but yeah. And of course, he's got a bit of a backpack and everything, but it's not the worst. I do wish it came compressed down further, but it doesn't. And he's also kind of, his head chest is kind of wide, but yeah, he got the big yellow thing. He's got a kind of neat head with the goggles and everything. He's got a bit of smile there. He's got the kind of the ears and the goggles and everything. Got some fins. He's got light piping. You can see right there. There's light piping, but again, I'm not sure it works very well. So there's that. You got the movement of the wheels kind of neat. It makes them wider. And everything. Again, they got some black and silver coming up right here, and some red and black as well. Yeah, he's pretty cool looking. I actually like him. I still like him, but yeah, the transformation is just not. I got cool ideas. I like the stuff with like the spoiler. I like how the spoiler works. I like how the whole, basically, it's not just the hood flips down. It's like the whole back end of the car flips around. I like that. I like some new takes on some old ideas and stuff. I like a lot of that stuff. I just wish there was an easier way to handle the very rear end of the car when you're first transforming. That first step is just kind of annoying. That's my only complaint, really, about the transformation. Just everything else is really cool, and there's some really cool ideas, but yeah. So yeah, it's just a pretty cool looking robot. It's just, yeah, it's just kind of got some flaws and feel. It's one of those things that the one I like the most aesthetically seems as the most engineering issues. But yeah, as for articulation, his head is on a swivel, unfortunately. It's not a ball joint, which is a little disappointing, but you go left and right, and that's about it. His shoulders do 360 right there. Outward is basically that far. You can bring these out and then get that far, and then you can untab and go further out if you want. So you do have some options, but just be mindful you have to start untabbing stuff to get, you know, full range. Right there, you do have a bicep swivel right there. You do have elbow bend right there. You can also do this, but yeah, I'm not sure that helps at all, but yeah. There's all that stuff right there. You do have a waist swivel, which is unhindered, thankfully. So it does, you know, work just fine. You also have hips, which go only forward about that far. You can see it doesn't quite make it forward all the way because, yeah, there's the design right here. Backwards, you only have pretty much that far before it bangs into the backpack. Outward, you have the full splits at least, so there's that. That comes untabbed a little easier than I like. I wish that was a little more difficult. There is a thigh swivel right there. Knees, this is supposed to bend right here, but this untabs so much easier. But you can bend it right there and then also use that. And you do have technically a double jointed knee, which, you know, gets you a good amount of bend. Not bad. If you want, you can untab this a bit and then get really crazy, but then you're, well, transforming it a bit, and that always looks a little weird, but you do have options. And down here at the feet, well, it's weird because, yeah, they peg in for an A, I mean, they peg in for an A stance, but you have to kind of unpeg it, and then even then you don't have a whole lot of articulation. You have a little extra side to side. You do have rotation there, and then you also have this heel joint. But yeah, it's kind of interesting because, yeah, there's articulation there. The hinges are all there, but because of the design, it's just a little limited. And that's kind of the frustration about this guy. It's just so many cool things just undermined by a couple like, huh? Oh yeah, and the hands here. There's no wrist swivel, but there is that. Again, there is that. So I'm not sure if that's useful or anything, but it is there. Also, mine, I don't know what it is, but he doesn't want to stand properly. There we go. As for the weapons, it's kind of neat stuff here. So you got this, you know, basic, you know, just kind of a basic knife, which that's pretty neat. But also this thing, which is the spoiler, but yeah, you can take this and unfold this part and unfold this part, and now you got another knife. And you can do this like this. You can have, you know, two knives essentially. No. Gotta tell you, this feels pretty great. Or you can also do this sort of thing. We didn't have to. I kind of find it funny, which is the instructions show you with basically they want the Hot Wheels logo on the outside at all times. So the instructions show it with, you know, this one on the top, which you can do either one, top or bottom, doesn't really matter. It's your choice. But the instructions show you with the, you know, the Hot Wheels blade and the, you know, on the top on this side with the little blade on this side, because, you know, they want the Hot Wheels logo fixed on the outside and the hinges on the inside. But the box art shows him holding it with the left hand like this. So it's just kind of funny. So that's all I'm going to do because I want mine to be left-handed. So there you go. Now again, as for measurements, in this mode, he is, once again, just like the box says, up to the top of his head is 5 inches or 12.7 centimeters tall. There you go. As for his comparisons, here's Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. Give you an idea on that. Right there. And here he is with the rest of the Hot Wheels Transformers guys. So far, I'm not sure if we're going to get more, but here they are, including his wave mate, El Segundo. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. So, yeah, that's GT-Scorcher. I like him. I know aesthetically, he's my of the two. He's my favorite of the two. This wave, El Segundo and GT-Scorcher. He is aesthetically my favorite, but also feels more engineering wise. He feels a little more compromised. They try to make him a bit more complicated, but they ran into issues and they couldn't. It's like, yeah, there's issues that didn't really quite figure out. Again, mostly in the legs. I kind of wish the backpack compressed a little bit more. Like maybe there's another hinge in the backpack, so maybe like, you know, maybe like kind of did like this or something, but add more parts and budget and blah. But overall, I still think it's really good. Just kind of be mindful of the legs. Again, it's particularly going back to the car mode, where it just feels like you're just kind of massaging everything into place until it all just clicks. Yeah, so it's a pretty. I still like it. It's $35, so, you know, a little bit more expensive than standard deluxe, but, you know, I still think it's pretty cool. If you see it, go ahead and pick it up. Just know that, you know, just know about the legs, really. That's their only real, like, big thing. Also, these things like to pop off really easily as you're transforming it, so just be mindful of that. Yeah, both the accessories like to pop off really easily when you're transforming, but if you're transforming, it's just supposed to pop off easily. But anyway, but also be careful when going back into car mode. I had this thing slap out of alignment, and then, oh crap, and then have to untransform it to get it back into alignment. But yeah, it's still a fun toy. Just I think it has more engineering problems than El Segundo. So there you go. That's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee, my Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.